Hi guys, it's Davis with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about fears. Most of us have fears or are scared of something, and most of our fears are not rational. We fear things that actually may not come to pass. Some of the most common fears are people scared about what other people think, things that may happen in the future. If you actually look at some of the things that you've been scared about in your past, or recently even, they're things that actually never came to happen. You're scared about something, and then all of a sudden, everything turned out just fine. And the time passed, and currently, you don't even care about it anymore. So, although fears might not actually happen, they're things that are more in our thoughts about the future, right? Things like danger, that is something that is real. And that is something that we ourselves have to be careful about. For example, going and playing with wild animals, that is dangerous. But fear, such as, let's say, getting rejected by a girl, or fear about someone judging you on the clothes that you're wearing, on your makeup, on your appearance, or fear of failing in a test and being laughed at, and those sort of fears that really have nothing to do with actually what will happen, what may happen. It's just us and our thoughts, creating these fears. So we need to distinguish between danger and fear. We should not be fearing things that actually may not come to pass and that are just in our heads. There's a book that I read, The 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene, and it talked about fear. And when we were cavemen and cavewomen, right, the fears that we had was being scared of being attacked, let's say, by a saber-toothed tiger when we went out hunting. And we still have that part of our brain, but now it's translated, and now in the modern day, when we don't have fears such as being attacked by animals when we go food shopping, right, we're now more feared about like being judged by others. So ask yourself whether what you're being fearful of is actually rational. We should take control and know the difference between what we're fearful of and what is actually dangerous to us. Another big fear that we all have is the fear of failure. And if you actually think about it, the fear of failure is not of us ourselves failing, right? And us ourselves feeling bad. It's more about other people's judgment on us when we feel like we have failed. And what is failure, anyways? Everyone has their own definition of failure because everyone has their own definition of success. So something that you feel like you have failed at, someone might look at that as a success, or someone else succeeding in one thing might not be as impressive to you, and you might not consider it a success, or even consider that a failure. So it's all individual. We cannot put pressure on ourselves and try and hold the standards of others and of society. We should put ourselves first and make sure our cup is full before we actually care about what others think, and let their judgment become our fears. So don't be afraid of pursuing your dreams and going for what it is you actually want in life, just because you might fail. It's better to have tried and failed than not tried at all. So, as in, like, don't be held back by being scared about something that you have no control over. And remember, we can't read other people's minds. So, there's no point trying, there's no point thinking like, oh, someone thinks I'm a failure, whether it's from your parents, from your siblings, from your peers, from society. You have to put your happiness first, and don't be scared about what other people would think about you. Go for your dreams and try and achieve them, and don't let fear get in the way of that. Thank you for listening. Bye.